Hello everyone, this is Highlander from MTG Cardsmith doing another custom Magic the Gathering card review. This is another card by TGBCGakurenZelthorn, and this is from his set Earth. If you haven't watched the previous videos of, of this set, please do so. The first one is called Miku Warsinger. Alright, so here we have a card called Shy Elf Maiden. Look at how shy she is. She's a 1 mana, 1/1 common. Add 1 mana of any kind to your mana pool or reserve. Mana kinds include blah, 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 and rage mana. Okay. So still don't know what rage mana is. That hasn't been explained. Again, there's lots of space on here to include some reminder text of what rage mana is. And it's also a rage creature. Okay. Does that okay, am I to glean that rage mana must be spent for rage creatures? But this is green mana. I'm not exactly sure. It's a little unclear to me. I mean, maybe rage mana. I guess what's confusing me is this, when we looked at Spongify the Mind, right, this is a rage instant. Commons give 1 rage mana. Uncommons give 2. It doesn't actually specify a color here. So is rage mana like colorless, and you have to spend colorless rage mana to cast this? But then in this case, you couldn't cast this. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm still not quite sure about what rage mana is, and also why a Shy Elf Maiden is a rage creature. She doesn't look very ragey to me. So there's some confusion there. That being said, this is a mana dork. Also, elves on Earth. Last I checked, the only elves on Earth work for Santa Claus. But you know, I mean, I'm not going to take points off for that. Okay, so I mean, this is a Llanowar. This is actually better than a Llanowar elf. So, yeah, I would say this card should probably be, once again, higher rarity. If we look at... So, Wizards does not make a lot of one-drop accelerants, or really any one-drop accelerants anymore, I don't think. I think the last one we got was Llanowar Elves from Dominaria, which was a reprint. Add... Let's see. Tap. Add bleh. And let's see, mana value is 1, and this is a creature. Whoops. And of course, oh, there's the goose also, gilded goose, right? So, this is really all that came up. Tap, add. Where's Llanowar Elves? Oh, whatever. Anyway, like. Here's sort of a more modern common one. This one actually has to tap another creature, but it has sort of better stats. Same here with like Loam Dryad, Cerulean Caretaker. Gilded Goose is probably the latest one that they've made. This one's a rare, and it can actually only do it once, and then it creates, and then you have to like pay 2 to make a food token. So you can kind of already tell now. So like, yeah, I would say for something like this, I would probably at least make this an uncommon, at least. Probably a rare. I mean, Birds of Paradise I think is a rare too. Let's see, Boards of Paradise. So Birds of Paradise is a rare, and it's an 0/1 flyer. And it also hasn't been printed. Last time it was printed was like Magic 2012. Of course, you know, there's all this extra stuff too, right? So like, I'm not. These kind of don't really count. These are, you know, like reprint sets and things like that. But I mean, this is a reprint, but in Magic 2012 it actually saw standard play. Is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I think rarity wise, this would probably be a rare nowadays. Another thing that I would mention about this card is I see what you're doing here with the mana kinds, right? Add 1 mana of any kind to your mana pool or reserve. Mana kinds include blah, 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 and rage mana. But I think that the extra complexity here is not worth, like, the payoff is not worth the extra complexity, is what I'm trying to say. So I think what the way, if this were my card, the way I would word this is tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, period. Okay? And then second ability, tap, add 1 rage mana to your mana pool. Right? That's probably how I would make this card. So, that way it's just a little simpler. You don't have to include this reminder text. I mean, I would still include reminder. Sorry, my headphones keep dropping out. I gotta fix that. Um, again, I would still include reminder text about rage mana, but that aside, it just reads a little bit easier, and the player kind of can understand it a little bit more, at a glance, right? They can understand it at a glance. And there's something to be said for like following conventions, right? I mean, like it's cool to be unconventional, but the nice thing about following conventions is when I see a card like Birds of Paradise and I read it and I see add 1 mana of any color, I can just stop reading because I immediately know what this card does, right? Because I've seen this so many times. It helps you sort of take in the entire card a lot faster. So it's kind of nice to use the same templating as other cards for that reason, unless you have a good reason to do it otherwise. And as far as I know, there's no snow or colorless mana in your set. I mean, maybe there is, but these seem a little unnecessary. But I know rage mana is a thing, so that's why I recommend it the way I said it. Anyway, I've been babbling for quite a while. So, Shy Elf Maiden, I'll give you another. Let's go with a 3 out of 5 on this one. Again, I mentioned some of the issues, but you can't hate on a mana elf too bad. Mana elf's always cool. All right, that's it for Shy Elf Maiden. Thank you for watching.